Okay, friends. Well, continuing with my Christmas tribute to my various relatives and friends. Doing the relatives first, I'll get to the friends later. And by the way, this Christmas tribute may go into April by the time we're done. I don't see how we can miss. I'm trying to find little positive things about the various people I know, friends, and of course family. And it's so far it's I think these are coming out rather nice. Of course, it's my mission to always try to find the positive, if it and dwell on it, as opposed to the negative. I spent way too much of my life being negative, and it's just not the direction to go. The but anyway, that said, Sadie. Yes, yes, yes. Talk about a positive little girl. When she, oh my God, when she was, uh, just a little one, 4 or 5 years old, when she lived more in this neck of the woods, we used to have the best time. In fact, it was her who inspired my the first few pages of my book, the Book of Doc Blurps, the starter set. That's Sadie there, as a young teenager, I think. She's probably about 12 or so in that picture, if I recall right. It was Sadie who told me, "Pop, if you wanna, if you wanna be happy, you got to look for the good things in life." Pretty much was what she said, and she was right. Keep your eyes open for them. It's way too easy to just look at all the crummy stuff and get yourself all depressed, and pretty soon that's all you notice. Right. Well, so anyway, Sadie also though had a nice. She has a nice streak of skepticism, and is a champion, and also is quite the champion for causes. I remember when she couldn't have been much more than about 4 years old, somewhere in that neck of the woods, when I think whatever president it was at the time took Pluto off the planet list. Yeah, that drove Sadie absolutely out of her mind, and she actually. And I don't think she was even in school yet. I think she was 4 years old, something like that. She wrote a letter to the president demanding he change his tune. She did. And she had all these various arguments as to why Pluto should remain one of our planets in the solar system. Go figure. I know she never got an answer back, but I'll bet you the president posted it on his bulletin board. I'll bet he did. I think it was one of the Bushes. I think it was. I don't know, but I think so. Anyway, I know she was sore. And at like 5 years old, she's reading books on nanotechnology. That kind. Yeah, yeah. I think she made some kind of leg, a prosthetic leg for a penguin that had one of its legs amputated. Okay. She's always up to this stuff. And at the same time, she can. She notices some of the little nuances that make life interesting. I know we were on one of our road trips one day, and we're riding around in northeastern Pennsylvania, and she spots a sign. Yeah, again, she'd be in the back, back of the van, in her car seat, and she'd just be watching all the signs. And heaven help me if I was going over the speed limit. She'd remind me. She'd look at my speedometer. She'd look at the sign, the speed limit sign, and say, "Pop, do you realize you're going 4 miles an hour over the speed limit?" I said, "Sadie, it's 35. You can do 39. No, you're going over." I said, "Okay, I'd have to get it down to 35 or I wouldn't hear the end of it." Or, "Pop, do you realize you can do 55 and you're only doing 50? I said, "Oh, you're backing up traffic. Look behind you." Okay, all right, up to 55. She wanted it on the money, doggone it, and that's it. All right. Well, anyway, so she sees a sign, a rather complicated sign too, for a cavern. Tours of so and so's cave. And she, hey, pop up. I knew I saw that sign way off in the distance. And I said, oh, here we go. We're going to a cave. I know it. I just kept quiet. And of course, as the sign approached, yep, she made it known. Yeah, her presence felt, and luckily I had looked at the directions. I said, "Okay, Sadie, we turn right here. Is that correct?" She says, "Yeah." She says, "Turn right, then another right, and then you go down about 2 miles." Okay, I said, "Okay." Well, you're pretty smart for a 5-year-old. Anyway, so off we go. We park the car in the lot, and we walk in, get our tickets. And, oh, and she asked too, is there a gift shop? I remember her asking the lady, and the lady taking tickets said, yes, young lady, there is a very nice gift shop. We sell fossils and minerals in that gift shop once you've gone through the cave. Oh, she's looking at me. I said, yes, Sadie, okay, all right, all right. And we'll see what we can find. And but so we gather in a group. They evidently would take people on basically a tour of the cave, and they're doing like the tour guide's doing like a little lecture. This cave formed 4 million years ago, and all that, all the stuff they do. Perfectly safe. By the way, for those of you afraid of who might be afraid of bats, I'm here to tell you there are no bats in this particular cave. And with that, Sadie sees a bat fly by, and she pokes me in the ribs. She says, "Look at that, no bats, huh?" I said, "Well, okay. Do you mind?" She says, "No, bats are all right." Well, look at that one. And she somehow named the species it was. A great a North American horned bat or whatever. What? Yeah, she can tell by the little white stripe on it. I said, "Oh my God, Sadie, where do you know this stuff?" Well, studying bats, and of course, a few people left the tour because there was bats. But still, it was, yeah. We went in. What the heck? Bat's not going to hurt you. That one sure didn't look rabid to me. He was just flying around looking for a bug to eat. And the so off we went, and of course to the cave was fantastic. Sadie's all over the place mentioning the minerals and the stalactites and the stalagmites. I still forget which one comes from the roof down and the one that goes from the floor up. Sadie could tell you. Yeah, Sadie could tell you. And of course, we hit the gift shop, and well, I think I had to buy some kind of, well, it was a fossil, I think, of some kind she found. It was one she didn't have in her collection. I think it might have been a small trilobite. Yeah, I think. Pretty sure that's what Sadie could tell you. Yeah. And it was just the start of a beautiful day. We left the cave, got our eyes adjusted, and just in time for Sadie to see a sign that said "thrift shop, 1/2 mile down the road, to the right." Yeah, well, right. It was one of those days, but doggone a nice day. And everything on the whole darn trip was positive, much like Sadie said in that book of mine, Blurps the Starter Set. Just one really, really cool kid. You get right down to it. What was some of the other things? We used to go. I don't know if I mentioned this in this blurch, but I used to come over. She lived on a bit of a farm, property with a big field, woods and stuff. And again, 4 years old or so, most kids are terrified of spiders. She said, "Hey, Pop-Up, could we go out and hunt spiders?" Well, yeah, yeah, if you want, sure. Well, there's probably plenty of them out there in the fields. You mean, huh? She says, "Yeah, come on, let's go." And she'd look and say, "Well, now there's the golden garden spider. Oh, no, we don't have to worry about black widows because they like it warm and dark. So if we went in the basement, we'd probably find them. But other than that, here, let's." And she's got it all down. I swear, what a kid. Anyway, she's going with me to go see well, her cousin, I guess it would be, right? My granddaughter Dora. Yep, she's going to ride out with me to California, and I guess we'll hit all the cool spots, see that wonderful new baby, and I imagine Dora is going to be roughly the same thing as Sadie, I would hope, and it should be interesting. Okay, we'll see you later. Thank you, friends. God bless. And Sadie, there you go. There's your story. Bye now.